Hey, what's going on, folks? We'll start early since Tommy's got issues. So there's my. I think I sent my response. No, it was too big. There you go. So there's my response, Tommy. Yeah, you don't want to be emotional when you trade, but you look for a plan. So I'm looking at AMC right now, and look here on the 30-minute, you got a really nice 30-minute flag setting up. But AMC is already at 45.80, so that flag triggered. But on a flag, the test of the flag is usually the pivot high, right? So it came up, made this high, came back down, did a retrace. So this is the aggressive entry on a flag, which would be breaking this bar. And a conservative entry on a flag would be breaking the test, breaking that pivot. So you could still, if you're looking for it, it hasn't done it yet. If you're looking at your options, I mean, I don't get the concept of deep out of the money options. You have to come up to the strike price and then keep running. But I'm not saying it's not a viable trading practice. I just don't get it, so it doesn't work for me. But I mean, I would look for at the money options because I view options as a short term trading vehicle, and I would maybe take that break right there. There's no flag on the 60. I mean, that's pretty big bar, but so that's your move. I mean, I have a bullish bias unless breaking this trend line. Now you see how this spikes and then trades down and spikes and trades down, right? And this pattern is what I mean. I've been talking about this stock trading off all the way over here because I'm familiar with this pattern. I mean, I recognize this, and there's no distinction for it, but or definition for it. But I've seen stocks trade like that all the time. Giving this little spike and then trading off, and this is what I'm feeling over here. I think this may be a mini pattern of this area here. So this bar may be the beginning of this mini pattern here. So I mean, that's my opinion. So, but if you took a short-term trade on a bear flag, bull flag, yeah, I mean, those are viable trades. It's just a matter of managing your risk, and separate your emotion from your analytical aspect. I mean, is it just that spike in the green color that's making you buy, or are you seeing something? So break it down. I mean, literally point at the chart. What are you seeing that's telling you you want to get involved and you want to start trading that position? So, like I said, if I looked at it, I mean, again, what's the catalyst on the company is not what I trade, so I wouldn't look at it. But if I was looking at something and trying to find an entry, I mean, there's a flag. I mean, theoretically, that's a good flag, and it does have momentum, so there is reason to trade it. I mean, they could still be wrong on the short, and you're going to make money on this long. I mean, it's very possible, or they could be wrong on the short squeeze rather, and you still make money on this long. I mean, everything is very independent of itself. On a intraday basis, I would look at that 30-minute chart, take that break. You know, try to be in the bull flag, but this flag developed at the close. Again, like I said, on the flag, that pivot is the deal. This bar trading off a little bit like that, it kind of blows up the flag. But again, right now, it's at 45.25. It's actually come back down. So on the open, you may still, yep, you would still be able to. Well, actually, the flag triggers now at 44.92. You may still be able to play that flag at the open. You don't know. It looks like it's coming down now. You know, the 30-minute momentum is up. I mean, you see it rolling around. Here's the 60 momentum, very, very bullish. The daily momentum is just, you know, it's really in consolidation right now, but it lacks energy. And it's consolidating at a very interesting place right by that gap. You know, you have this whole consolidation around that gap. And, you know, now it's going to tell you which way it's going to go, you know. And you may get movement. I mean, I don't think you're going to get anything, you know, life-changing out of it, out of AMC anymore, unless it just falls apart and goes to zero. But, you know, you're talking about a momentum play. But there are lots of momentum plays out there. You know, I mean, I don't know how much you'll make on it, but I'm pretty confident I'll probably be able to see that in SPX, or I can see that in SPX. Yeah, you know, today may be a dull day. I'm afraid today might be a sell-off, but actually, the futures were down. The S&P futures were down this morning, but had turned around since. Yeah, the spike and tons of hype. And dude, you know what? It may pay off, you know, but like I said, it's a long game, right? And this move may pay off, but over your trading career, this theory is probably net a loser. And the problem is, without good risk management, I mean, these are the situations that take people out of the industry, you know, or destroy their investment portfolio. So it's not, I mean, okay, if you're looking at it and you're saying it's the hype and the pretty green bar, then yeah, you know, you may want to stay away from it and make your biggest pain the fact that you miss some profits, because that's an easier beating to take than the fact that you know, paid out a shitload of capital. And, you know, your money's precious to you, you know, not because you're greedy or anything, but it's the lifeblood of business. It's the lifeblood of trading. You don't have capital, you can't trade. It's that simple. So, you know, you can't be cavalier about it. And I don't mind missing profits. You know, it's the blow-ups that I don't want. The blow-ups. But it can't be fear either. I mean, that's why you want a good trading program, something you're confident in. You don't want to sit in a trade and hope it's going to work out and be consumed with that fear. And you don't want to keep taking beatings to a point where you're afraid to take a trade, you know? My argument on AMC would be, okay, there's a lot of hype around it, which is creating momentum. And momentum is good for trading. That's what we're looking for. That's why I'm bitching and moaning about S&P for the past 2 or 3 months, which it's common this time of year, but there's no momentum because, you need momentum to make a trade, to have successful setups. AMC has hype around it. You have momentum. There are guys who sit down first thing in the morning and scan news and scan news and scan news and try to find stocks that are going to have momentum for the day. They're not looking for whether the stock's going up or down. They want something with momentum. And then when it starts trading, they decide on whether they're going long or short. And they could go, you know, both ways throughout the day. It's momentum. So we have an argument that there will be momentum in AMC. And, you know, there's a good argument. People are talking about it. People are getting involved with it. And then, you know, you make your move on your setups. And under those premises, it's not a foolish trade as long as you got a plan for entry and a plan for exit. So let me not do what my family accuses me of doing by belaboring a point. Take a look here. Are you guys getting a bad image? I can't adjust my screen because I am only using one monitor, but it looks like you're getting a fraction of the image. But I don't think you guys are really looking at the screen anyway. So, and everybody's doing their holiday thing, man. So, I mean, I don't think these are very important weeks. It's just cool to hang out with my free folk family here. No, can you guys hear the music in the background, man? I don't want to get restrictions. Let me just turn that music off. What a shame, too, man. I love me some Led Zeppelin. What do we got? We got 3 minutes left. Oh, yeah, you couldn't hear it either? All right, I turned it off. All right, cool. I'm putting it back on, man, because it just makes me happy. Oh, I got a little voodoo child, too, coming up. She's a voodoo child. Yeah, the image is cut off a little bit. No, it's all right. The value in the channel is my rhetoric. The pearls. Oh, look at that. XOM back at the 55 mark. I didn't even see that. Did that baby move yesterday? I wasn't even watching it. Oh, yeah. Look at that jump. I don't really like that gap it has. Probably going to put in like a trend reversal on the dailies and close that gap and then take off from there. But that's cool. If anybody got involved at this point, there should be at least at a break even because I think we first talked about it at 55. But that's not why you bought it. It's going to pay you dividend, and you're just going to sit on it, and it'll probably get up around 70. And up around 70, I usually sell some calls on it and stuff just to increase the income. So that's selling covered calls. You guys could Investopedia that, and you'll see how it works, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. But it's looking very bullish on the 60, so maybe it'll just keep crawling. Crawling. I had talked about Verizon too. I think it's another good company. Dividend's not as aggressive as XOM, but it still pays a fairly decent dividend. And it looks like it's in a downtrend. So if you haven't bought it, just use the same setup on a longer term, on a daily or a weekly. Look for that trend reversal, that hammer and trend reversal, and that's where you make your entry. You know, so you look at a company fundamentally if you like it, and then you find your entry on the technicals that we're talking about here. Tesla. I know a lot of people out there looking to short that bad boy. Is the rumor. I would like to see maybe they do short it, beat the hell out of it, tank it, and then I'd get involved. Long term, I still like the company. I like the company mostly as an energy storage company. You know, I think that's the direction it'll end up going. Or at least that'll be the largest source of its income. And the automobile business will be a peripheral. And I think, you know, you'll still have elite Tesla vehicles, premium Tesla vehicles. Premium. These are my thoughts on the matter, but this is speculation, just how I'm looking at it. Looks like it's weakening up on the 60s. It's going to open flat, though. What are we doing for time? Oh, my lordy. Oh, dude, we got tons of time. Tons and tons of time. Virgin Galactic. That thing is just giving me a beating. No dividends, so that's why I get pissed when these things trade off. Looks like it's finding a bottom, though. Nah. I mean, I think we still might have a little exposure to about the 20 mark. I think Kathy Wood started saying nasty things about Virgin Galactic. Kathy Wood. Could you imagine what her high school career was like? Would you sleep with that? Kathy Wood. The End of the Stones. They're kidding, like they did with the Zeppelin tour. They put Bonham's son in. Wow, that's the first Stones dude that we lost to, huh? Keith Richards, man, I'll tell you. That's exactly how I tried to live my life while I was deep in business. Buffett during the day, Richards at night. Good living. Chicken genius. Yeah, I know my second chart's half a chart. I can't arrange it because when I do, I mean, I'm looking at the streaming software on the same channel, so it just gets crazy. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe I can. I think it's the outside bars. Oh yeah, I think I got it. There we go. No such thing as can't. There we go. Look how purty. Look how purty. NVIDIA, not interested. Microsoft, Google. Let's look at Disney. Disney. Think I'm gonna start wearing a hat like Keith Richards. It's not like anybody wants to sleep with me anymore anyway. It's like those kids with bad personalities where you gotta hang a pork chop around their neck to get the dog to play with them. No, there goes Johnson & Johnson saying a whole lot of nothing. J&J says its COVID vaccine booster shot generated a promising immune response in early trials. What does that mean? It didn't kill anybody? A promising immune response. So ambiguous. 10 years up. No, fractionally. Really nothing. No big news going on or anything. You'll all be happy to know the hurricanes are staying out at sea. Because I know you all had deep concern about that. And my well-being. Now I have no idea what's going on. Yo, that was my company motto. We're looking at Disney. Disney's just in the consolidation. Really nice consolidation. It's pretty big, that consolidation, man. It's about maybe about 10 or 15 points, but I guess on a $171 stock, that's not a big deal. So Disney, good opening trade. Opening economy trade. Good stay-at-home trade. Just good idea. I mean, if you're looking for an entry on technical, I don't really see any, and if you're considering it as a long-term hold, just doesn't really matter. Just buy and hold the damn thing. Not a very sexy mover, although it does have its moments. Arc Innovations. Mm, 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 mm. Oh man, 13 minutes. Let's just keep grinding up the line. Apple. I know a lot of people getting involved with Apple. Oh, that's not bad. Nah, I don't like the look of the momentum, to tell you the truth. I mean, look at that there, that there, that there. That momentum looks like it just keeps fading off on the daily. So as far as a swing trade, I wouldn't be too inclined. Tested that trend line like 3 times, which is encouraging. But if it hits it again, you could be kind of confident that the probabilities are it's going to trade off. Oh, I'm so poorly groomed. I just ran off the boat, and I don't have my. Well, I guess I can't use the cliche I was about to use, but I don't have my toiletry bag. How many people we got online with us? 4, 3. All right. So I'm talking amongst friends. I don't have my fag bag with me, so I can't do all my metrosexual grooming. Really, it just seems like Anthony. Yeah, I appreciate you shouting me out. I really should get some people to just work on promoting the channel and have that their responsibility because it seems like nobody looks at us. But I looked around the yeah other channels, and it just seems like this sort of stuff dropped off. A lot of the entertaining channels are consistent, but this sort of stuff dropped off. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I've got my gun in my hand. On the side, it says, "Warning: Read safety manual." Okay. Down, 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 down. Yeah, I guess you could call them entertainment channels. Yeah, they're not really about teaching. We got 8 minutes to go. They're not about teaching. Let's look at the treasuries. So interest rates. I mean, we'll just stay bullish unless it breaks that line, and then the rate will go down, which is kind of inconsistent with what everybody's talking about. So if the rates go down, the market should go up. I've got a few brief conferences today, just really checking in and straightening some things out. So I might jump back and forth on and off the air. I'm looking at Brexit. It's just in an uptrend right now. I mean, we'll just let it keep going. Maybe look for a consolidation. Actually, there's a divergence on the daily highs. Right where my cursor is, if you're looking at it. So you can keep an eye on that. To trigger that divergence, it would have to go. Come on, cut it out. Like 44,000. You start looking at it. You got 44,064 and 43,975. Yeah, markets are just going to open up flat. Flat, flat, flat. I know her sister will. Mm-hmm. Oh, party's starting, fellas. There it is. And we only opened up 5 points. That's not bad. Oh, that was a quick turnaround. Looks like we might fill that gap for 5 points. That's cool. If we fill the gap early, it might turn around and start to rip. Or it may just continue that downward spiral. That's the beauty of the market. Could go either way. Got inside bars on the 60 and 30. Got a trend line on the 30 that you can watch. It's kind of a pennant or a inverted wedge. Well, no, I'd say more of a pennant. Got a bear flag triggering on the 32nd. Nice move. We're at the gap fill. I'm taking one off. I'm break even on my second, or the remainder of my 2/3. Oh, was that too close? You guys are probably hearing that music. That's it. The video's restricted. Oh, don't do it. Oh, okay, my stop's up here. Yeah, I think this thing's coming back around. Let's see if we can find a double bottom. Here we go. Knocking Davey out again. As is the summer. Boom, I'm out. Look at that. I'm just too conservative with my stops. Yeah, I'm just not putting energy into the titles and stuff like that, Tommy. Anthony, I'm just, I mean, 5 people, that's not a record, man. I mean, there were times we've had 60 people, 14 people was our average. Some days we had 30 people. It just really dropped off into the summer and August. And I mean, it's consistent with everybody out there. Good eye, Anthony. 1 minute has topping tails and a lower high. Yep, very good. It does. Yeah, even the 30 seconds still in a downtrend. My 25 tick is still in a downtrend. Kind of looks like my 30-second. So it's not really looking inside of my 30-second. Yeah, my stop might have been too soon. I could have just held that stop on the flag, the proper stop on the flag, instead of moving to the break even. But I mean, it looks like we might be in a consolidation right now. I was even thinking of taking 2 off once it closed that gap. And that would have been a fourth. That would have been 200 a contract on 2/3 of my position. Evanescence. Evanescence. That's like my dirty little secret. I like evanescence. That, and once in a while I eat raviolis out of a can. My grandmother probably spins in her grave when I do that. My 2 dirty little secrets. All the other debauchery in my life, not a secret, but those 2 things are a secret. My boundless depravity I share. Daily income trades. Done. Yeah, the impressions and click-throughs and getting people to the site is the averages are pretty high. We do all right with that. It's just nobody's hanging out, and I can't blame them, man. It's beautiful out. I mean, if you're sitting around, you want to be out. Even the work at home guys. I mean, they're getting their work done and they're getting out. During the winters, everybody's locked in the house. They might as well listen to me ramble or babble. But yeah, I mean, I'm holding off on my efforts too until September, and then we'll get aggressive. Yeah, see, we just jumped into this consolidation again. I should have taken those 2 off. I can't really argue. I don't like to be the guy who cries that he made money. I just wish I had my monitors. What's woo? Yeah, look, AMC triggered that 30-minute um, flag, bull flag, tested the pivot high, and then it traded off. So that's why this is the aggressive entry on bull flag, and this is the conservative entry. Or you take this entry, and then you move your stop to a break even. Once it spikes like that, in the event that it hits that pivot and shoots back, you move your stop to the break even. So, nothing lost. To see if that flag goes, because yeah, I mean, how a flag behaves is it triggers and then it just boom and blows right past that test. And if it doesn't behave in that fashion, you should be off. It would be silly to leave your stop here and wait to get hit. You might as well just save your capital, and then your cost is your stock, your commission. Right, here it goes. It's about to hit the stop. Maybe not. Fighting back, fighting back, fighting back. Lots going on. Looks like it's going negative. I wonder what everything. Oh, Dow's negative. Composite's only up 28. Very flat, man. But we know that the mornings have been rather quiet and consolidate, and then we get the move closer to lunch around 11, 11:30. That's where the markets start making its move. And really, that's just the European markets closing, and settling their positions. And I guess there's, nobody's around, so there's no volume to counter that. Mm-hmm. Who the hell is this broad? Oh yeah, today's Wednesday also, man. We got the oil report, so everybody's kind of sitting back on the oil report. I forgot. I forgot. So I think I talk about how I just eat mostly game meats, and if I'm not eating game meats, I'm eating um no, this is what I'm looking for. Grass-fed, grass-finished meats. That's an idea. I can thumbs up my own. Let's see if I can work that out. Whoa. Hey, there it is. There it is. I'm just wondering if I can mute it. Nah. No, I don't have a flip phone, man. That's funny shit, though. I am technologically advanced. I don't see my thumbs up though. And there's a delay between my talking and it coming across on the phone. Gonna just drop you guys on mute for a minute. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, man, we're just consolidating. So, I think we're gonna see the move again around 11 o'clock or so. 60 minutes still looking. It's bullish, but oh man, I could hear myself on my phone now. So I'm thinking we might be going in the right direction or up. But based on these dailies, man, I'm just so inclined to watch my upside or protect my downside. Radioactive. But now, Anthony, I can't listen to music. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any action until we get that oil report out. I think we see a trade. I'm breaking that high. No, I was late. Oh, here's the retest. Go back, go down, go down, go down, go down. All right, I'm in it. Oh, wait, yeah, that's the high. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm taking. Come on, I got one off, and I'm moving to a break even. Picked up a buck on that. Don't snap back up, man. Give me a runner. Your sister's ass. I'm out. That's pretty good. Short pencil is better than a long memory. Yeah, I go through that too, but yeah, many years ago, I always made it a habit of having a digital recorder on me. You know, looked like a little pen. I kept it in my pocket. I always pulled it out and just recorded my thoughts. Um, and you know, it was a business practice. And then you know, obviously phones came around and got more advanced, and I just started using my record function on my phone. So that's like a quick function on my phone. I could hit record or I could hit my camera. Those are my two quick functions. I like the camera because I'm always different places. Like one time or not too long ago, I got a shot of a black bear standing up, looking over the bush, looking for cars getting ready to cross the road. It was a very cool shot. You know, the bear was on his hind legs, and he was huge. So the bush was like down around his crotch, and he was up high. Then not too long ago, I was sitting on my deck, and I got a shot of an eagle flying across, getting ready to cross the river with a snake in his talons. And then obviously the recordings, whole bunch of pearls of wisdom, make Shakespeare proud, or Socrates, or Ovid. Look at that, chop, chop, chop. I'll tell you, I mean, the market, it doesn't run. You know, it hasn't run, but it hasn't snapped back either. There haven't been a lot of fake outs. You know, it makes a move. It's a muted move, and then trades back. You know, consolidates. So it's just grinding in a direction. Um, but the markets that give you a lot of false breakouts and false triggers on setups, those are the bitch, because they'll trigger, you'll get in, turns around, knocks you out. You know, you take that little loss, and then you'll catch one that you know makes up for those losses and um, rolls forward. But so it's been a pretty decent summer in that respect. I'd say performance wise, this has probably been one of the best July and Augusts. I mean, it feels it. I haven't looked back on my records, but I know that if I look back on my records, um, I've done better this July and August than I have in other July and Augusts. Sometimes they're losing months, sometimes they're break even months, sometimes it's nickel and dime months, but these have been very profitable months. Just something I was talking about with another trader last week. Trader talk. Starting to get more comfortable with the sound of my voice since I've been doing this. Hmm. Back to the grind. What time is it? 10:11. So, well, 10:12. We have 17 minutes. Mhm. Here it is, midday reversal. We have nothing to reverse because we really didn't trend anyway. There it is. You could argue that that's a divergence. It's kind of broad, man. Everything's consolidating. I don't really see a reversal trade happening. We got 10 minutes to the oil report. That may make some things transpire. It's a solid double top on the tick chart. Looks like it might break through the high. Delta got smooth, Delta Airlines. They're raising the health insurance premium for their unvaccinated employees by $200 a month. So they're not insisting that you get vaccinated, but it sure will save you a few bucks. I don't know who the Jordan's furniture guy is. And George Carlin. I guess maybe the accent. I had one client. We went hunting together, and I spent the weekend with him. He was from Louisiana, and actually, I spent a week with him. A crazy, crazy week down in New Orleans. But I had a couple of guys with me from my office, and he had a few guys with him. One of them was his brother, and his brother kept saying, "I feel like I'm in a Robert De Niro movie." Yeah, that double top paid off, man. Look at that. Broke that pivot, and down she came. See, that's what I'm saying. All the setups trigger, but the payoff is small, and then it retraces. Out. Got 3 minutes to the oil report. I'm expecting gas stocks to be down, oil stocks to be down. They want to juice these prices. Here it is. Oh, wow. That's not bad. Oh, it just jumped again. What the hell was that? Let's see. Crude oil change. Oh yeah, it's a little more aggressive. They're expecting a depletion of 2.68 million barrels. They got a depletion of 2.97 million barrels. So it's going to be bullish for oil prices, which I guess we kind of figured they were going to do that. What they do is gasoline. Oh man, they're going to juice the gas prices. They're expecting a depletion of 1.5 million barrels. They had a depletion of 2.24 million barrels. So things are going to get heavy at the pump. And obviously, there's Labor Day weekend coming up. So, like who couldn't have dictated that or predicted that? So basically, what they do is, and this is like common knowledge, and nobody does anything about it. They just park these big tankers offshore, loaded with millions of barrels of oil, and deplete the stocks on shore, just to juice the price. It's absurd, man. It's absurd. Yeah, I mean, if that's not price fixing, I don't know what is. And Trump like would not tolerate that. I mean, he put the thumb screws to the oil industry and made them keep prices low by threatening to release our military reserves. So he used to be able to keep OPEC at bay and the local oil companies at bay. The problem is the American public is just too ignorant to look past his ridiculousness and see how effective he was as far as the economy and maintaining the country. That's why they're so manipulated by the pharmaceuticals and commercials and pumping the glam. Everybody's got to be posing in front of a Tesla on the social media. Oh, I could just go on and bitch constantly. But there's no thought in anything. There's no science. There's no education in everything. Everybody's just emotional and reactionary and superficial. And when I say everybody, it's obviously the general population. Some intelligent people out there, but we are far and few in between. It's an interesting daily chart. We're actually building a daily bull flag. That 60-minute chart is testing that trend line. And the momentum is fading. I think we might break that trend line. We've got a risk to 4,440. We haven't looked at the weekly. Let's see what the weekly is and stacking up to look like. Yeah, it's a very strong weekly bar with a flat momentum. I mean, the week's not over. Today's the halfway mark. That baby could turn around and just be a topping tail by the end of the day or the end of the week. 44.29. Where did I see that? It was on the daily bank. No, this fucking guy's taking a beat on that. Well, I guess he sold some calls. Well, the oil's out of the way. Looks like we're just chopping around. I guess we're in the trading range. Where's my 30-minute? 2-minute, 5-minute. The opening range, rather. Oh my god, look at the 30-minute chart. It's like no movement whatsoever. Nothing. There's nothing going on. I had a Russian friend. She owned a company above mine. It was a her office space was a few floors above my office space, and she had a high high tech headhunting company. And oh, she was so sexy. She was a Russian lady. She was maybe 6 years older than me, but she was crazy hot, and she had a greatest accent. David, I'm bored. David, come and hang out with me. Rob Lowen, you like ADA and Dodge. All right, go get him, baby. Z-Speed. Here, because Matt calls too. There 5-0 calls. Rob Lowen, Matt calls light. Anthony, again? What? My my Russian accent. David, I'm so bored. She was so hot, man. It's absurd how good looking that woman was, and her husband was actually holy smokes, her husband was actually a mafia head, Russian mob um, head, and he ended up dying of brain cancer, which made her fair game. But yeah, she was a really cool lady. ADA. Hey, we got some new heads on the channel. So anybody have any questions, just ask them, and I'm happy to answer them. I thought it was you, Anthony. I thought you were spending all that money on me. Mm-mm-mm. AMC. What's AMC doing today? Oh, look at that. It's got a little energy, huh? So, Mr. Williams, we were talking, and it triggered that bear flag. I told you I didn't like the way the bar sat back, but it never negated that bear flag. So it was a good entry. But it's still having a hard time breaking past that pivot high. If you look at that high where my mouse is right now, that's what it's got to break. If it breaks that high, then it should keep running. The 48.20, it's got to break that 48.20 to keep running. And it looks like it tested it a few times. So just watch your stops if you took an entry on that. AMC, see you real soon. Has a supported. Well, now the markets are all flat, man. Composite's up 2 points. The Dow's up 73. The S&P's up 6. There's nothing going on today. There's nothing going on. Everybody's on holiday. Yeah, somebody's supporting the channel by sending out those props. So whoever's doing that, much obliged, man. And if you're here and you like what you hear, do me a favor, hit the subscribe and hit the bell, because this is off-grid trading, and I'm usually trading in the mountains in a cabin, or I'm trading off the back of a sailboat. So I drop my signal from time to time. If you hit the subscribe and hit the bell, it lets you know when I'm up and running. It's usually pretty quick. I get up pretty fast. And if you like my rhetoric, hit the likes, like tipping your host. And yeah, feel free to jump in on the chat. Ask me anything you want. I'm happy to answer them, adds to the content. But mostly I trade options, and I usually trade the SPX, look for momentum. I have particular setups that are very profitable. And actually, we've been chatting with a few of my free folk since June, and we haven't had a bad month. Every month has been a profitable month based on the setups. I think we had 1 or 2 losing days in those few days, but there are a few days we don't take any trades at all. So, for the average trade, that would have been the losing day, but you know, our risk management just keeps us away from that. Not that we don't lose. I mean, I've lose tons, more than most people have made. But I've made more than most. And if you're looking for my pedigree, I've been in the business for like 30 years. Used to own a firm, retired. Hmm. Oh, wow. I didn't see that. All right. Super job, Tommy. You took, I guess, the AMC, right? The AMC on that bull flag. I mean, it hasn't failed yet. It fails when it breaks the low. Um, the low is 42.57. So if it goes below 42.57, it breaks. It fails. But if you took the entry, I mean, with that jump and testing the pivot high, I would move my stop to a break even. I mean, I'm very conservative in that fashion. You could continue to risk the same money to see if it'll break through that, but it should just rip right through. I mean, that's how a flag should behave. When they don't behave how I anticipate them to behave, then I just either reduce my risk or take my profit. Mm-hmm. It's actually the only place I'm seeing any momentum. The financial sector's doing well. Nobody new wants to add anything to the chat. Chat me up. I got to ramble. Oh, that's funny. I'm asking for chats and I'm listening to Led Zeppelin carry on about how he's got to ramble. You know, and babe, I'm gonna leave you to ramble. Man, we're just consolidating today. Consolidating on the S&P. We made a few bucks this morning. I picked up about 200 per contract on the first move and 100 per contract on the second move. And then the market just died out. I mean, not a bad day. It was like 15 minutes worth of work and we made some money. And then nothing, chopping back and forth. So a good time to just sit on your hands. And for the new folks who are listening, I mean, we talk about it all the time. There's the last 2 weeks of August is usually when traders take vacation. The whole industry kind of shuts down. So the market may not be happening, but the Hamptons sure is. And after Labor Day, you'll start seeing the proper volume and action in the markets. And we usually trade together between. We start at 9 o'clock, go through the market, look at what the market's doing, talk about the news, things like that. And then we'll trade together until about 12. We just do the morning session together. Everybody else could trade the afternoon session if they wish. There are certain setups I use that are tried and true. There's no magic here. I mean, this stuff has been going on since technical trading had begun, and it's really nothing fancy. You just learn the setups, learn the signals, have good risk management, good discipline, and you become a consistently profitable trader. Then it's the innate talent that determines whether you're an all-star or you're just making a living. But sitting home for 15, 20 minutes in front of the computer and making a living doesn't suck. And then obviously all-star status is much further from sucking. And as an added bonus, I am quite entertaining. So I don't know if we're a trading channel or a political commentary channel or sarcastic Italian guy channel. We're still finding our identity. But I'm just going to babble for a little while. There's just nothing going on in the market. It's just, if you're watching the screen, I mean, you can see a tick chart right here trading back and forth. This is a 30-minute chart. This is what we've done today. It's just, there's nothing. 6 minutes up. We're just trading, consolidating. It looks like we're making a test for the high. Yeah, we're right there. We're right there. So you could take a break of the high. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame charts and see what it looks like. I mean, I'm just not convinced, man. Looks like a decent bull flag setting up right here. You have a strong bar up. I'd like to see 2 or 3 bars, but you have a strong bar, a little consolidation. But it's just telling me that there isn't much run in it. Here's the 5-minute channel that we've been trading in. It might break out of this channel. I mean, if you look at the 5-minute, it looks like it's going to trade to the downside. But I wouldn't take any trades inside this channel. I'd wait for a break to the upside or the downside. Most people don't know what is, and explain the kind of trades you take. Yeah. No ATM puts calls. Oh, okay, I got it. They don't know what puts are called. Well, yeah, you know what? If anybody doesn't know what I'm saying or doesn't understand the verbiage, no such thing as a bad question, man. This is a place to learn. It's a safe place. Woman. Yeah, we're just chopping around. If I didn't have so many new friends right now that I wanted to have a little experience, I'd tell my old friends it's time to go fishing. See, we just made a break of the high, and then it just trades off. So everybody watch the downside. But we've seen the market move between 11 and 12 for the past week or so. So you might find that that is what's going to transpire here. Yeah, you like the words consistently profitable, but that's the definition of a true professional trader. You're consistently profitable. It doesn't mean every trade is profitable, but you know, I mean, year after year. Well, guys have had down years. I've known many great traders who have closed the year at a loss. But you know, for the most part, their setups are consistent. Their equity curve just keeps growing consistently. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It doesn't happen fast. But the more money you make, the larger your positions, the faster it goes. So it kind of has a snowball effect. And then at one point, the snowball effect is so great that you've just arrived. You've just arrived, and you're making money consistently. And you even stop expanding your portfolio because you know, why take on more risk? You might as well start reducing your risk and making a lot of money because you're working with large capital. Well, good, Ant. I'm glad I added to your life. I'm looking for that positive karma. But yeah, you could use options like this. Yeah, it's a good way to use them. I mean, I've used them in many different ways, especially when I was running the firm. Um, we used to come up with all sorts of creative ways of maximizing equity and returns. A lot of it is very, very aggressive. So, you know, I'm not entertaining that here on the channel. Especially for people who are doing this part time. I mean, you know, even while I'm talking to you, my face is glued to the screen. You know, I mean, I know dudes who are trading on their phone, which I find that laughable. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Looks like it's trying to tag that 4191. So if you're listening and you haven't, hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I'm up. And if you could hit the like, that goes a long way for me. Check out what I'm doing. If you look at some of my recordings, I have just like a training 101 series, which I'm not quite done with, but just kind of spells out what I'm doing, simple ways to trade and become effective setups you can be confident in, risk management, things like that. I mean, basic stuff too on trend and things, simple things in reading charts and reading the market. And I think it's effective because some of the guys in here just picked it up and, you know, they could call out setups before I even see them. And that, yeah, you know, that's where you want to be. You don't want to be on a channel and just taking trades when some dude takes a trade. You know, you want to see it before the guy sees it. Then you know you're making a living. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, Anthony, how'd you know that somebody's paying for shout outs if it wasn't you shouting out, huh? I don't know. I think you're the angel on my shoulder. Probably Tommy, too. He's like that quiet in the shadow kind of guy. Mm-mm. Somebody's shouting me out to get me company. I appreciate that. I could use a date, too. You guys set me up. Nothing under 38. I don't have the patience for it. Maybe an occasional 35. But 38 till about 47. That'll do me. Just let them know I'm immature. Talking about making a lot of money, I'll get these people. I mean, yeah, you know what? This business is about making a lot of money. I mean, you know, it's silly to do this, risk your capital, and not make a lot of money. Um, I usually don't talk about the money that I make, but today's kind of a bomb, and I easily pocketed $3 grand. And that's not considering investments and mid-income trades. That's just directionals for the day. Can you one day show us how you break down a company that you're interested in investing in? Yeah, that's a pretty big request there, Ant. Um, I mean, it's not like you could just sit down and look at something and break it down. I mean, I have acquisition guidelines that I used to use when I used to buy physical companies that I use when I look at stocks. But, you know, I look at the company, I look at everything. Um, I look at their secondaries. I look at how they write their secondaries and the deals they cut with their CEOs and the presidents. And, you know, it's like I'm buying the company. I want to know what's going on. You know, I mean, I can't sit down and say, do this, do this, do this. I'm sure they do that in economics and other classes, but I doubt any of it is practical that you could use in the real world. I mean, I get into it and say, you know, all right, I'm about to be the boss of this company. I need to understand everything about it. So, I mean, it's not like I could sit there and, I mean, I guess I could, but that would be like writing a whole business plan. And a lot of that is instinctual, you know, listening to the management, being able to read people, you know, just like, yo, this AMC thing. I mean, I don't want to lose all my new subscribers, but yeah, you know, this AMC CEO, this guy's a bozo. I mean, and you're talking about a guy. I mean, myself, I'm judging this guy, and I mean, I've been in formal business since I'm 19 years old, and dealing with people and looking at CEOs and stuff, and where everybody else has heroes who are sports figures and actors. I mean, you know, I'm about you know, Hatchet Jack and all the great businessmen of our era. You know, that's where I get starstruck. So so anyway, I mean, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to instincts about that. I mean, that's what business is about. I'm sure everybody has a good bullshit detector. You just have to listen and see. We're testing that high again. Oh, look at that. We're trading off it. Looked like it was making a good move through it. Oh, those tick bars are really small. I don't know, man. It's just too choppy for me. This market will probably run in the afternoon, but I won't be around to watch it. I'm going to go chill somewhere else, do something lovely. Um, Oh yeah, $5. Super chats. Mm-mm-mm-hmm. 11 o'clock. So this is where the market has been doing its thing for us. Hmm. Yeah, that took us places today. Oh, there's that breakout. And there she goes, man. So the entry for all you new guys, the entry was just breaking this line right here, breaking the high. So you're in at 92. I'm taking one off right here. That was pretty aggressive. This is a tick chart right here, and you can see how strong those ticks are. And you could put your stop up there if you could do a conditional stops. And if any of the verbiage that I'm using is unfamiliar to you, just let me know in the chat and I'll break down what I'm saying. But you can put a conditional stop right here. It'll trigger you off. I anticipate the price and I get hit when I hit my price. So I'm one off. I move to a break even and this baby was just ripping. I really have no way to gauge it because we're making new highs now. So I mean, I could use a Fibonacci extension, but I'm just going to look for patterns. So I'm taking another off. I got two off, and I've got my last piece at my break even. Looks like it's probably going to knock me out. And really, it was just $1.50 a contract. You know, I mean, the move wasn't that substantial. My price might have been a little high because I anticipated the entry, but I picked up $1.50 a contract on 2/3 of my position. And if you're new to the channel, I break my positions up and I'm out at a break even on the last third. I break my positions up into thirds. I have a target. I take off my first third. I wait. I hit the another target. I take off my second third, and then wait for my third. Kind of discretionary on that. Let it run and see where it goes. In these markets, I mean, I've only really hit one target because the market's so choppy and there's no momentum in it, which just happened again. But this wasn't bad. So today, the first trade I did was $200 per contract. The second trade I did was $100 per contract, and this one was $1.50 per contract, $150 per contract. So on a $200 per contract, if you say do 30 contracts and you get your first third off, that's $2,000 on your first third. Or if you got all 30 contracts off, it's $6,000. But based on 30 contracts, during the summer you could have averaged about 7,000 a day. Well, that might be too aggressive, but maybe 7,000 every 3 days or 3 days a week. Oh, there we go. We're testing it again. Momentum's kind of strong too, man. There you go, busted right through it. I didn't take that trade. This is probably the screamer since I didn't get in. See, it seems like it just moves, then grinds back and moves, so it keeps popping you out. But hey, can't argue, man. 2, 3, 4, 4,500. Not a bad day. The wick. Always use the wick, Tommy. I mean, that's the movement of the stock, but also the wick is also telling you whether you're getting top heavy or how it's reacting around these um, reversals. But that is the movement of the stock, so you could think of it as a pathfinder. It still cleared the way for the stock to move back through that wick. Yeah, I remember when I first started trading, that was like a rough determination for me, like the body of the wick. But I mean, and I've seen different schools on the theory. That was a classic flag on the 30-second chart. I didn't take that either. I'm kind of done for the day. And like I said, I usually back off, and that's the grind, that's the run. But yeah, it was. Yeah, there are two schools. Some a body, some a wick. But in my experience, I find the wick is pretty good, or a better program than just holding the bodies. Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, you know what? I've read some things about AMC, and a lot of people were talking about options and things like that. But they're holding options long term. I mean, you know how I feel about that. So they have no understanding of what beta, theta, and all the other Greeks are. Um, Vega, and if they understood that, then they understood the idiosyncrasies of options, and they might think twice about taking that sort of trade. But this is very nice. These little grinds up does a lot for my income trades. Gives me an opportunity to make the money. And mm-hmm. See, there it goes again. It breaks to a new high and then trades back. So it's very choppy. I mean, we're not going to get crazy runners. But the season's coming, man. That's fall comes, that market should get hot. Let's see what Biden and Afghan and all parties involved do. OnlyFans says it will no longer ban porn in stunning U-turn after user backlash. Ford delaying back to work program. That's not a good trend. I think I'm going to watch Ford. Yeah, see AMC, Tommy. It looks like. I mean, it's hard to really say because it's so erratic, but it looks like it's imitating this pattern. It just can't break that high today. I mean, we could also say that it's setting up a bull flag, and the momentum would support that. So we could look for a rollover. But the momentum would support a break of the bull flag maybe tomorrow. Keep an eye on it. The 60-minute looks like it's flattening, but it still looks very strong. Just going to put you guys on mute. Got to take a call. All right. I know I'm a little quirky right now, but I'm not sitting anywhere where I normally stream from. so I had to run on the account of business, and I just grabbed a laptop and split. So if you're new to the channel, you'll learn that there's tons of idiosyncrasies that go on. Huh. You're a funny guy there, Ant. But my gardener doesn't invest. Wow, it's warm, 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 and humid. Crazy season. Mm-hmm. Oh, was that Tennessee? Yeah, I heard some states got like crazy amounts in like an hour. Yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, the Northeast got a little beat up also. So you did it again. It just broke to a new high and then shot back. So I mean, we made some bucks, and it's interesting because the setups do pay off. It's not like we're getting false breakouts or anything, but it's so choppy that you just can't get a big run. I mean, we're only up 8 points for the day. So really a consolidating day, which is not bad either because we have been very aggressive. Here's the daily chart. You had some very aggressive days. 1, 2, 3. A flag, a consolidation yesterday, and then a break to the high. So 4 up days. I mean, we should really be looking for a couple of down days. I mean, it's not common that you get 4. I mean, it happens, but so a little retrace or a consolidation is entirely appropriate. Mr. There we go, just break into a new high again. Probably do the retrace. So we had some new folks join us, but nobody really chatting with us. Come on, come on. Just watching it do what it's been doing. Grinding up, grinding up, grinding up. What time we got? We're on a new half-hour bar. 30-second momentum looks strong. The 2-minute momentum looks strong. The 1 minute, let's get back to the 5. The 25 tick chart has been pretty handy though. No, look at that 5, man. Very, very bullish. I think we're running today. Easily 15 points. There is a big divergence on the 1 minute chart. Good divergence on the 2 minute also. So it could be indicating a trade-off. Man, I ran off the boat so fast. Didn't have a toothbrush. I didn't have any personal care products. No clothes. Drama, drama, drama. Got a flag on the 5-minute might trigger, but divergence on the 30, on the 1, on the 2. Waiting for. Yeah, it's just consolidating. Looks like it might be the rest of the day. Hmm. Hmm. There it goes, testing it. That's a break of the bear flag right there. I don't think anything's got to run. That's usually when they run. That flag triggered. 5 minutes is still bullish, man. It's just going to grind its way up today. Yeah, there she goes. That's the move. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Getting very quiet. Another flag on the 5 minute. This will be the third one. I wouldn't take that as a rule. Mm-hmm. Making a double top, but busting through in the 32nd. Yeah, that's a slow grind. If anybody just went long and hung in, they're doing very well. The market that just won't drop. All right, ladies and germs. I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I mean, the market looks like it just won't quit. There's really nothing I could give you for the afternoon. I mean, the market is just grinding its way up. This is the 30-minute chart. Yeah, you know, it's running, and that's fine. I'll let it keep going. You could just watch for a double top or something, see if it retraces, maybe a consolidation through lunch, and you can grab a breakout. For my free folk friends who are trading AMC, I'm just looking at this daily. It's having a hard time breaking, but it could be setting up a bull flag on this daily. You gotta watch to see what goes on tomorrow. It could very well be a bull flag and a break and run long. When I look at the 60-minute, the momentum seems like it's rolling over a little bit. It's looking kind of toppy. It's not scaring me or anything. It's just looking a little toppy. It could retrace a little bit, but still that daily bull flag is what I'd be keeping an eye on that. And really, that's what everybody's just looking at, I guess, for the day. You know, we like ExxonMobil for the dividends. We like Disney for the opening trade play. Not too happy with Apple. I mean, it didn't perform. I know a few guys have got into it. I mean, I didn't see anything. And, I mean, it looks like the momentum is fading off. So I didn't see anything to motivate me to get into it. I don't know why they took it. I guess they just like the name. But on the 60-minute, it looks rather negative. It looks like it's building a bear flag and ready to trade down. So if you trade in Apple today, watch your downside. Unless you shorted it, then watch your bank account. But just remember, everybody stay cool and stay calm. Trading should be void of emotion. You should be at peace. And good luck trading.